So it's 11. What time is it?
I think it's 11:12 or something.
Okay, it's 11:12, and we just left the house. I wanted to leave at 11, so I'm actually making pretty good time considering that my makeup took so long. Right now I'm wearing chapstick, and I'm going to be putting on lipstick, but I want to save it for later because I want to make sure that my lips are soft. But you'll see my outfit later. You can kind of see some of it right now. But we're on our way to pick up Brian, and then we're going to go to the train station.
I'm back.
He's back. We're ready. We're at the train station right now. We're gonna go on the train and then we're gonna be downtown. What are we doing when we get downtown, Brian?
We're gonna meet up with our girl Jocelyn. We're gonna have some lunch. You're gonna fix your nails.
Yeah, I definitely messed up my fake nails in the car on the way here. I just need to switch out 2 of them, and hopefully I'll be able to do that. That'd be nice.
Yeah. Oh, this escalator is so small.
I know. It only fits 1 person at a time, and then like you have to walk up. I'm like walking sideways to get you.
I feel like my hips could not even fit in, but there's a lot of room. Don't worry, I'm not bad.
All right. I'm walking up an escalator and losing my breath. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Ignore Brian talking in the background. I haven't vlogged since we were getting on the train, but we're off the train and now we're sitting at Chipotle eating food. Brian's sitting across from me right now. And then Jocelyn's here too, our good friend Jocelyn, who met us here. I keep looking at myself instead of at the camera. I'm sorry. But yeah, so we're eating.
Are you vlogging?
I'm vlogging.
Vlogging?
Yup.
She like knows the tea now. You know?
I know. I'm like literally a YouTuber now. We're eating and then we're gonna go back to Jocelyn's apartment and charge our phones, even though they're only on like, they're still like pretty full battery, but still, we wanna charge our phones. And then we'll hang out and then we're gonna leave. So I said that we would vlog our outfits. This is weird filming in front of you, Jocelyn. You need to stop looking at me. She's just looking at me. She's doing her homework. She's being studious. But we need to film our outfits, so we're gonna do that right now.
Okay, so here's Bailey's look. Oh my God, girl.
Let me tell you where I got everything from though,
Tell
too.
us.
Okay, so the choker is from Forever 21.
Cute.
It's just a little gold choker. This top is also from Forever 21. It's off the shoulder. I like the style. It's
Cute.
flowy, comfy. Don't judge me. The jeans are from Old Navy because they're comfy and affordable, and I literally had to buy them yesterday because the event was today. We had no time to plan.
Surf and Five, girl.
And then I'm wearing my black leather Steve Madden boots.
Queen.
It's cute.
God bless.
All right, here's Brian's fit. Yes, girl. Let me back up so I can see the shoes.
Ooh.
Okay, tell me where everything's from.
Okay, girl. So this top, Target. Can't go wrong. Just some American Eagle black jeans. The shoes are Zara. The socks, stolen from my father. And then this top is my signature look. And
The jacket, you mean?
No, the jacket. Can't tell you where it's from, but got a cute little.
Yeah, look at this cute little pin he has on his jacket. It says, "Welcome to Chicago, my kind of town."
Just gotta do it to them.
If you're filming that, I realized that this is in the background.
Queen.
So we're at Jocelyn's apartment right now. She's doing her homework, but this is her right there and her 2 roommates. Because Jocelyn's a photographer, and literally they all just have portraits of themselves on their fridge. Like, is that not the most bougie thing?
I'm married to all of them.
I love you, Jocelyn.
Love you,
Love you. So this is an update. 1 hour later. Brian, say hi.
It's me, Brian.
And only in an hour, we've managed to completely freak ourselves out and panic.
I'm like really not here right now.
Like, my stomach is doing flips.
I'm over in that lake.
Like, I've been freaking out all week, and I've been having like really bad stomach aches because of how nervous I am. But like, I think this is the worst it's been so far. Brian's face is how I feel right now.
Impressed.
We're leaving in 20 minutes.
No, I'm not. I'm not going anywhere.
Oh God, help us. Literally, stop hyperventilating. Literally, okay, this lighting's horrible. Literally, we called an Uber and he was 1 minute away, and I was like in the middle putting my lipstick on, and he's already here. We have like 4 minutes to get from the 25th floor down.
Call me and say, where are you? I'm like, we're coming down the elevator.
It's bad, it's bad. Oh my God. We're like rushing. My heart's racing right now. just because I don't want to miss the Uber. It's not even for Liam. I'm scared about the Uber, and then as soon as we're in the Uber, the nerves are gonna turn to being about Liam. Oh my God, everything's happening too fast.
Oh, he just got in the balls.
All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye. Mwah.
Mwah.
Okay, so we're about to be brought to the room. We got our cute little lanyard passes, but they're not letting us bring out our phones, otherwise we're gonna get in really big trouble. So I'm trying to low-key vlog right now before they take my phone away.
Cops won't stop me now.
See you later, Liam. I'm not okay. Okay, hi guys. I'm sorry, I just need to vlog. Okay, Brian's over there talking to his mom on the phone. I'm gonna call my mom next, but I just need to talk about this right now. I just met Liam James Payne from One Direction, one of my biggest idols in my life. And I'm just like really, I'm so happy. I just need to get my reaction on camera, and then I'll definitely vlog about everything that happened later. Like, I can't talk about it right now. I just need to like get my emotions out. I love him so much, and that's all I can say is that I love him. Guys, say hi.
I'm not talking to anyone unless you
Say hi, Jocelyn.
What's up?
So Brian and I are back at Jocelyn's apartment. Clearly you can see I was crying. Here's my pass. There's my double chin. I'm gonna tell you everything. I'm gonna vlog about it. I'm gonna say the whole entire story. But since I am with friends right now, I don't wanna be rude or inconsiderate. So as soon as I get home, I'm gonna sit down and talk about it. But it was crazy.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. So it's May 12th, and 3 days ago, Brian and I were threatened. Triggered, truly, honestly.
Yeah.
Shook to our core.
Truth be had.
Refreshing. So I left off with the video that I took at Jocelyn's apartment saying that when I got home, I would vlog. I
blacked out.
I wouldn't say that I didn't vlog when I got home because I posted the whole entire story of how I met Liam on Snapchat, but I didn't vlog for the purposes of the YouTube video, and that's what was most important. Sorry,
Yeah.
I really am going to be eating McDonald's during this because I just don't care.
Me.
Like, I don't care about anything anymore.
Me.
Like, Liam's over, I have nothing to live for, so. We walked into the Sprite Lounge.
Yeah.
And?
So it was like really cute in there. Like, green walls, right?
I think so. I don't.
Like,
Yeah, I
maybe-
know. I think it was green walls.
Yeah, it was like green, like Sprite colored green walls. It was just a bunch of rows of black chairs, and then a small stage with two chairs up there, and then it had like Sprite Lounge 103.5 Kiss FM like banner things.
Yeah, like the backdrops they use for meetings.
Yeah, backdrop. And then so we just took our seats.
We should say that there's like two sections of chairs that
Yeah.
had rows in them. I think they said there was about 50 people.
Yeah, but it didn't seem like 50 people.
It was a small room. It didn't seem like there was 50 people at all.
Yeah.
We got third row on the left side,
Yes, left side.
which was pretty close.
Oh yeah, we were super close. And the best part was that Liam did sit on the left side as well.
What I remember is that we sat down. As we were sitting down, there's like a bunch of girls around us. And then there's like this you know what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
There's this empty seat in front of us. And as I'm sitting down, I look down at the empty seat, and I see that there's like a Liam Payne Barbie doll sitting up, like sitting on his own, up on the chair, like the cushion of the chair. And I was like,
I turned to the girl and I was like, "Is that your plus one?" And then she was like, "No, I'm just saving the seat."
I told her, I was like, that doll, that's me. Like, that's me right now.
That definitely was me.
We talked to the girls who were next to us, and they were super nice.
Oh yeah, they were lit.
Yeah, they were really cute. We were jamming with them a little bit as well. And they had music playing. There was like a DJ in the background who was playing music.
Oh yeah.
The only song I remember.
All top 40.
Yeah, well, obviously because it's 103.5.
Yeah.
The only song I remembered was "Closer" by the Chainsmokers.
Well, duh.
It was funny because this describes us. "Closer" comes on, and I like turned to him and I was like, they're playing Closer. And 2 seconds later, I was like, because I know every single word to that song. Then the interviewer comes on. He, like, basically went up there and was, like, hyping everyone up, like, are you all ready for Liam to come out? And we, like, screamed. Me and Brian, like, we're the kind of friends where we, like, don't hug or, like, touch each other at all. Like, Brian, I'm a hugger, kind of, but Brian doesn't like physical contact, and I'm fine with that. In that moment when he's, like, announcing that Liam was going to come out, and, like, I knew that the door to the green room, which was, like, next to the stage, was going to open any minute, me and Brian were just, like, gripping hands so tight.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I was, like, she was freaking out ever since Sunday.
I have log footage of it.
Yeah. Me, like, I was just so calm. And I knew that it was going to hit me like a truck. Like, when I started getting nervous. And that point when I started squeezing Bailey's hand, that's when I started getting nervous. So that's why I was, like, done.
I was the exact opposite. I told you this when we were there, too.
Yeah.
I was saying that the whole entire, like, from the day I found out, which was Sunday, like, Monday, and then, like, beforehand on Tuesday, I literally had, like, the worst stomach pains. Like, I would get cold chills. My hands would be shaky all the time. And then as soon as I was sat down in the Sprite Lounge, I, like, all of that washed away, and I was, like, completely calm. It was so weird. I mean, like, obviously it was I was more on the excited level. Like, I was like, oh, my God, this is actually happening. And, like, I didn't feel anything. But it took him so long to get there.
Yeah, that's when I was ready to flee the scene.
Yeah.
Like, no.
And then the green door opens. Liam Payne walks out.
I never heard that name before. Like, his hair was, like, pushed back, like, pushed up and a little to the side. Kind of like mine right now, but, like, more up, I guess. And it was, like, a little more messy, I would say. And then he just had a plain, like, white t-shirt on, arms and tattoos exposed, and then, like, army green,
like, jogger sweatpants?
like, cargo sweatpants, and then, like, some more, like, combat, like, sneaker-looking boots. They were off-white.
What I was most excited about, and like, this is something that lasted throughout the whole entire event, he walked out there with, like, the hugest smile on his face.
Yeah, he was so happy all day.
He was so happy all day. It was unbelievable. And, like, that just made me melt. Like,
I was, like, shook. I was screaming.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't there at that point. I don't know where I was, but everything was Liam and nothing hurt. Mm-hmm. Like, it was fine.
So, it's fine. After 6 years of adoring One Direction, Liam Payne was standing directly in front of us. He was no longer, like, hundreds of feet away, like, when we were on floor, like, at Soldier Field. Like, he was just there.
Casual. I just don't even want to talk about that. But can I put out there that he sounded very different?
The accent's still there, but, like, it's weird. I was trying to describe this to my other friend.
Excuse me.
I could not tell you what about his voice was different. I can't tell you what was off. But it was just, like, you hear it, and after, like, years of watching videos and, like, seeing them live, you're so used to that voice. Mm-hmm. And then, like, he walked out, and I was like, it wasn't, like, so off-putting that I was like, that's not him. But it was just, like, I don't know.
But you said he sounded more British. I thought he sounded more American with, like, a little Brit in there.
Yeah, he sounded a lot more British to me for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. But it has been a while, I guess, since we've heard him talk because of the hiatus. So he sits down, and we start the interview, and one of the main topics of the interview, and the first thing they started off with was, of course, Bear, which is his, for those of you who aren't One Direction fans that are just watching this for some dumb reason, Bear is Liam's newborn son. He just had him, like, a couple weeks ago, maybe? So they start talking about Bear. The first thing I remember was him talking about how, like, he has taken this whole 9 months to just spend time with Cheryl and be with her throughout the pregnancy, and he was just focusing on that and not on music. And then, like, the second that the baby was born, Cheryl, like, looks at him and was like,
TikTok.
Yeah, it was like, she was like, so when are you releasing new music? And he was like, well, we just had a baby. And she was like, okay, but... She was
like, and to your point?
Yeah, like... she was like, so you need to release new music. And, like, that was the one and only time I think I've ever related to Cheryl.
True. A lot of sexual innuendos during that conversation.
Oh, my God. I don't know how. He kept saying things that ended up, like, being very sexual. I remember at one point he said that making babies isn't hard. And I was like...
Yeah, that's when, like, the janitors had to scrape me up off the ground. Like...
And then he said... that a couple days ago, Bear had smiled for the first time. And it wasn't at Cheryl, the woman who gives him milk and nourishment, but it was at Liam. And that was also
that baby knows the tea.
Yeah, the first time I ever related to Bear. It's fine.
For real.
Finally, he addressed the elephant in the room. Why did you name your baby Bear?
Oh, yeah.
That's what everyone on Twitter has been asking.
For real.
From the day of. And he said that,
Cheryl likes unique names.
and he's a traditionalist.
Yeah.
He likes traditional names. But, like, when the baby was born, he was like, I don't want to step on her toes. Like,
Yeah.
she's the one who gave birth, so, like.
So then Bear.
So then Bear happened.
Yeah.
That's what I remember from the Bear conversation.
Yeah. I don't remember anything else from the interview. All I remember is Bear.
So then we started talking about, like, Chicago-themed things.
Oh, my God.
He asked Liam what his favorite memory in Chicago was, and Liam was saying that, since him and the boys used to travel, like every other day they were in a new city. They were traveling for years. That's why why they went on hiatus, is because they were traveling constantly. There was never a break.
Tired.
So it was hard for Liam to always remember things that he did in different cities. So sometimes the security guards would be like, they'd be somewhere, and they'd be like, oh my God, remember when we were here last and we did this?
I remember this.
And Liam's like,
The security knew where they were.
The security,
more than he did.
yeah, the security was better at remembering than he was. But he said that, because he was asked what his favorite memory from Chicago was, he said that it was getting to kayak in the Chicago River with the boys. And then he said that, and there's this girl who was in the section of rows next to us who was literally me. This was so me. She was like, you were here 2 years ago to celebrate your birthday. And, like, he heard it. He was like, he's like, oh, my God, you're right. He's like, Harry saying happy birthday to me, right? And I'm, like, sitting here, because that was August 29th, 2015. That was the show that I went to, my first One Direction show.
2014.
I was like, oh, my God, I was there. I was at that show. And I, like, raised my hand. I was like, I was at that show.
I was at the after party on the 30th.
Yeah. But it just made me super happy that he remembered our show. That was really cute.
Yeah.
I literally have a video of Harry singing happy birthday to Liam, which was...
Wrong.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure there was more, but me and Brian were...
We were not there at that moment.
Yeah. And then they did a section of fan questions.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that rolled was, like, literally just people raised their hands. And they passed off the microphones.
The first question was so me.
Mm-hmm. Tell them about it.
She was like... they called her, she, like, said her name, and then Liam was like, oh, that's a nice name. And then she was all like, so I'm going to bring up the band. And I was like, me. And then her question was like, which member of the band do you think you're most close with?
Right now,
at the moment. And then he was like, I guess I would say Niall.
Because Niall, like, recently has been calling him a lot, like, the last time he called. And I think literally what exactly Liam said was, he's like, Niall called me, he said he was going, like, he said Niall called me, it was question. What's the baby's name? What are you doing? How are you? Blah,
he
blah, blah,
knows.
blah.
Like,
and, like, I'm sitting here, I've never met Niall a day in my life, and I'm like, oh my God, that's so Niall.
yeah, like, accurate.
Accurate. And everyone was, like, fawning because Niall.
Yeah. Yeah.
The girl on the other side asked, out of all your tattoos, which one is your favorite so far?
And this was so rude. I'm going to put that out
But
there right now.
Okay, it was a two-parter, too. Like, the first part was rude, and then the second part was even ruder.
Yeah.
Like, he said that, he, like, he was, like, looking at his own arms, like, inspecting them.
Which one?
And then he picked out, he has this family crest on his arm. And he was like, probably my family crest, because it reminds me of the Gryffindor crest. And then he had the audacity to go, Gryffindor?
Like, who does he think he is? Like...
He's like, actually, I like my whole entire arm. The one with the Gryffindor crest. He said, actually, I think this whole entire arm is my favorite. He's like, this arm, not so much. That's not really my favorite. And that's the arm that has the infamous arrow tattoo down the side of it. And, like, he said in an interview before that he didn't like that tattoo. And I was pissed. But hearing it said, like, less than 50 feet in front of you was just, like...
Too far. It was too much. And then the third question...
Was the pizza.
Was this girl asking if he ever tried Chicago pizza, and then
which was a waste of a fan question,
yeah,
considering we only got to do 4 of them.
Yeah. So then he was talking about this place in the UK, or London, called Chicago Kitchen or something, right?
No, Chicago Town.
Chicago Town.
Like Chinatown here.
Mm-hmm. And then he was saying, like, it's basically just a knockoff, and it's not that good, which, obviously, it's not that good. And then, I don't think he said he ever had it, or he forgot if he did.
I don't think he said he had it either.
I'm sure he tried it.
Yeah, I'm sure. Though. So, like, the whole time throughout the questions, I had my hand, like, straight up in the air. Like, it's funny, when I'm in class, like, I have my arm, like, here.
Yeah, me, I'm like...
I'm on here. Like, at that event, I was like, shaking my arm like this.
You were like...
Yeah, I was not joking. I had my hand raised, and the guy who was handing the microphone to the fans was, like, standing next to me. And I remember, like, I literally kept looking at him, like, whispering to him. Like, I was like, give it to me.
He was like, I don't give it out. I don't pick people.
Yeah, the interviewer with Liam, he was the one picking people out. And I was, like, sitting there, like, oh, I was so pissed.
Yeah.
And then those 3 girls asked their questions, and I'm still, like, after he told me that he can't pick me out, I'm still just, like, in the air.
The last question that was asked, it was, like dragging on. So then, at that point, he literally just passed her the microphone. It was like, whatever, you're next. Just say your question. Yeah, he didn't
care anymore. And I was the last fan who got to ask Liam a question.
Shook.
The interviewer, like, realizes where the microphone's been given to, and he, like, kind of turns and, like, sees me.
Yeah.
And then Liam, like, turns in his chair, faces me, and there was eye contact.
So disrespectful.
And I just need to, like, stop right here and just say that, like at concerts, like, there's, like, those moments where, like, they look in your section's direction. You're like, oh, my God. He, like, looked at me. Oh, my God, they're staring at me. Yeah, like, oh, my God, like, Harry looked at me, blah, 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 blah. Or, like, it's like you basically, like, are so delusional that you trick yourself into thinking, like, he's actually looking at you. And, like, that's about the extent that you ever think that you're going to get.
Exactly.
And then Liam turned and, like, looked at me, and, like, throughout the whole entire question and answer, he was making eye contact. And I was just like, he's actually seeing me right now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just not a face in a crowd. Like, he's, like, looking at me, like, you were making eye contact.
Yeah.
And I, like, was not okay. That's when my hands started shaking. I showed Brian, like, my hands were shaking. I got the microphone, and I go, hi.
Me.
And I let out, like, this deep sigh.
Literally. I was rolling my eyes.
Yeah. I just couldn't help myself, so I go, hi.
Me.
My name is Bailey. It's so nice to meet you. And then Liam goes, it's nice to meet you, too. And I was like,
take 2 steps back. Now.
For those of you who aren't One Direction fans and don't know, all the boys co-write on all the One Direction albums. Mm-hmm. But if you look, like, throughout the writing credits of all the albums, you'll notice that the 2 boys who are in there the most and co-writing on most of the songs are Louis and Liam. Mm-hmm. And so
accurate.
I said, I know that you were one of the main songwriters on your album with the boys or whatever, or one of the main co-writers, but I want to know how writing with the boys for those albums is different from writing for your solo album. And he looks at me and has the audacity to say, that's a really good question.
Excuse me?
I don't remember the exact answer, but he said something along the lines of how, obviously because the boys aren't writing with him on this album, it's been,
oh, hey.
it's been different, but the process is still quite the same because he's been co-writing with a lot of different artists, and I remember him listing Pharrell, but I don't remember any of the other ones.
Yeah, I think that's the only name he said.
I don't know.
I remember he was like, such as Pharrell and, like, others.
Yeah, and later I remember him mentioning Ryan Tedder that he co-wrote with a song.
Yes!
But I don't remember exactly what he said.
He said he, like, texts him weird stuff, too.
Oh, yeah, Ryan Tedder texts him weird stuff.
I remember that.
Yeah. I also forgot to mention earlier that the interviewer asked him if he used any fun, like, special instruments on any of the songs. Yeah.
I'm leaving.
Yeah. He asked if he used any fun or cool instruments on the new album. And Liam was like, actually, yeah. And he was like, they were in the studio writing the song, and they needed, like, an electric guitar sound, and they didn't have one on them. And so Liam can make this, like, weird kazoo sound with his mouth, and he did it for us.
It was legit, though.
Yeah.
He did it multiple times for us.
And it really did sound like you were blowing into a kazoo. It was really weird.
I can't even do it.
It was like shit like that.
Yeah.
And he said that they recorded him, like, doing the guitar solo, like, the melody of the guitar solo with his mouth, and they, like, put an effect on it to make it sound like a guitar. So look out for that when you hear his album. But anyway, back to my question. The interviewer kind of doesn't interrupt, but he just kind of, like, jumps in, and he said, oh, you know what? I actually have another question for you.
Yeah, they were, like, moving on.
Yeah. So I have another question for you based off of what she just said. And Liam was like, okay, and he's about to go answer, but then he turns back, and he, like, wanted to make sure. He wanted to make sure that, like, I was good. And he was like, was that it? And I said, yes, I love you so much. And then I heard the interviewer say some stupid bullshit like, that's not a question. And
I was like, move along.
So I said, yes, I love you so much. And Liam looks at me and says, I love you too.
Yeah, he didn't even acknowledge the interviewer.
He told me he loved me. And then that's when
fake news.
We moved on to, like, the interviewer talking again. And I remember I put my head in my hands and my elbows were resting on my knees, and I was just like this.
Yeah, she was, like, about to, like, end it.
And I started tearing up. And I turned to Brian. I was like, I can't break down before I meet Liam. And then Brian.
I fanned her. I was like, you can't cry. Your mascara isn't waterproof. And then she stopped. She didn't see.
And then I stopped. I had to get myself together, though. It was a bad time. It was a bad time to be alive.
But then the godforsaken song was played.
Yeah, they're like, it's time to listen to Liam's new music. And he's like, can we say the title? And Liam was like...
He looked at his management in the back of the room.
And he's like, can we say the title? And they're like...
No, cut it.
No. And so the interviewer's like, okay, we can't tell you the title of it, but we can play it for you. And, like, without any warning, either.
They didn't even, like, say, like, okay, here it goes. They were just like, boop.
They just, like, pressed play, and it shocked everyone.
Yeah, everyone was like, ugh. Like, they were not here for it.
This is the song that Liam just released a 20-second preview to.
Strip that down. We can say that now. But before they played the song, actually, they made us promise that we wouldn't say anything. Yeah,
like,
we literally had to put our
pinkies up and had to promise to Liam that we wouldn't talk about it. It was supposed to stay in that room.
Yeah, and we were like, duh.
But basically, the whole room was just, like, dancing. Like, me and Brian were, like, twerking in our seats.
Like, we were there.
And then, like, at one point, like, we even, like, stood up and were dancing.
Yeah. And
the whole entire time, Liam's, like, up on stage singing along to his own song.
It was, like, really real.
And, like, me and Brian saw him at one point, and me and Brian were both like, and then, like, Liam saw us and, like, smiled, and I was like, you're not allowed to look at me anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it's done. Like, it's over.
I was, like, ready to grab my jacket and go.
Oh, my God, I hate him.
After the song...
We all cheered for him.
Yeah.
And then the DJ was like, or the interviewer, he was saying, he's like, I'm pretty sure that's literally going to be the song of the summer. And I still believe that's true.
It's true.
Like, I'm not saying that just because I love Liam, but, like, the whole beat of it and, like, everything about it, it's so perfect for summer that I know that as soon as he releases it, it's going to be on replay on Top 40.
It was so good.
It's literally...
No, like, legit, it's going to be in the top charts all summer. And then they're just like, yeah, give another hand for Liam Payne, which everyone did. And then that's when they told him, like, go backstage for a minute, we'll set up the meet and greet. So then we did another cheer, and he was backstage, and then they told us line up in pairs around the room. So then we didn't want to be first, and we didn't want to be last either, so we literally were the middle, and the line went by so fast. I was worried because there's, like, been meet and greets that I've seen, where they, like, literally they put you on stage, let you take a picture, and then usher you out. And yeah,
I was worried,
literally pull you off.
And I was, like, worried that it was going to be, like, a really fast thing. So I remember we got, like, halfway in line, and my first instinct was to watch the first one or two girls go up to see how they were going to make it work. And I remember watching the first girl, and she, like, did, like, a huge hug. She got to talk to him for a good minute or two, and then they took the picture, and then she was done. I was like, oh, my God. Thank God. Like, they're letting us have all have our own moment with him, which was really nice. And then all of a sudden we were, like, first in line. And it was like, no. And I was like, this is happening. Like, I can't turn away now. Like, I can't leave line. I can't leave. Like, it got really real. Yeah. Like, and I remember I stepped up onto the stage and, like, started walking towards him. And he was, like, watching me walk towards him. And he's like, it's, like, hard to walk towards someone, like, someone that you, like, absolutely idolize and adore. And they're, like, watching you walk towards them. Like, I was, like, took, like, everything in me to not make a fucking fool of myself. Me. Like, oh my God. As I was walking up to him, because there wasn't that much space between us, I said, can I, like, because I was worried. I was telling Brian about this before we met him. I was saying, I don't want, like, one of those stupid, like, flimsy little hugs. Like, no. Yeah. I wanted, like, a hug where it was just like, oh my God, like, never let me go. I say, can I have a really big, good hug? And he didn't even respond. He just pulled me into his arms and just, like, held me. He just fucking held me. And he was so warm. I remember him, like, literally his body temperature being so warm. And I was so comfortable. And I remember him being smaller than you think he is. Like, my head fit, like, above his shoulder. He was still taller than me, but my head fit above his shoulder. Like, him and I, we were basically, like, the same height. He held me for what felt like forever, because I didn't want to let go. Yeah. And then we finally released each other, and he looks at me and says, that wasn't a hug. That was an embrace. And I was like, slowly just descending to hell. And then Brian, it was his turn. Yeah, so then
they pulled away, and then he looked at me. And then I didn't want to be just one of those people that just, like, literally just grab him and hug him. I was literally like, oh my god, it's so nice to meet you. Like, can I have a hug? And he was like, yeah, sure. And then we hugged, literally. My world stopped. Like, it was done. Like, call it a night, it's over. And then we pulled away, and then that's when he was like, okay, let's take a picture. So then he was in the middle of us, obviously, and then he had his arms across our shoulders. And then we took our first picture.
We were all smiling all cute.
Yeah, we were smiling. It was, like, super casual and cute. And then...
Still holding on to us, by the way.
Still holding on to us. We were about to walk away, like, and say our goodbyes. Like, we were turning, like, towards him to say, like, oh, it was so nice to meet you, da-da-da. And then he goes, hold on. And then we were like...
Like, what's the deal?
Like, what is this? Like, is this a joke?
We were both, like, frozen. We were like...
Like, is this when Ashton Kutcher's gonna come on and say, like, you're punked? Mind you, there was, they were playing music the whole time. Like, really, like, background music, kind of.
Yeah, but it was, like upbeat, though. Like, still, like, the top 40 stuff,
yeah.
You know? I wish I remember the song. I wish.
Yeah, I would play it. But as he's still holding onto our shoulders, he goes, hold on. And then, without warning, he just had the audacity to thrust his pelvis.
I thought you were going to say something else.
No, I wasn't going to. He, like, thrusted his hips. And then, so, like...
really aggressively.
Yeah,
it was not a baby thrust. It was just, he went,
No, this was make a baby thrust. And then, he was still holding on to us, so, like, we did, like, a little dance, too, as he did that.
Yeah, because he kind of, like, wiggled a little bit after. Like, he was, like, he thrusted and then kind of went into, like, a little dance. And so me and Brian were just, like, going
we were
along.
Like, okay, okay.
And so that's the story of how we danced with Liam Payne for, like, 2 seconds.
And then, he followed that up by saying, sorry, the beat dropped. I had to do it. Excuse you?
And so everyone was getting one pose, one photo with Liam.
Yeah.
And that was just the deal.
Mm-hmm. But we were talking, like, ever since Sunday, we were like, I hope we could take 2. Like, one, like, regular, casual, like, smiling, and
I was talking about how,
goofy.
I was talking about how, I was talking about how I wanted one of him kissing my cheek.
Yeah.
But because we were taking pictures with partners, I didn't want it to be a thing where it's like he's kissing my cheek and then Brian's just standing there. Like, that's weird. And so I noticed because I was watching all the other girls go, like, they were only taking one picture.
They were literally up there for, like...
So for some reason, I felt like I was...
She grew some balls.
I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know why I did it. But I was like, can we take a goofy picture?
Yeah, we're like, yeah, can we take a goofy picture?
And he goes, well, do you want to? And me and Brian are both like...
We were like, yes, please.
And he was like, okay, let's do it. And he, like, looks at the photographer, and she, like, had no clue what was going on because everyone was taking one picture, and he was like...
come on, we're
taking another one.
So he puts his arms around us, and then we do a goofy picture. And then, so then that's when we said our goodbyes.
Keep in mind, so, like, Liam will be, like, right here in between us.
Yeah.
He has arms around both of us.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how, like, for example, if I had my arm around Brian, and I started pulling away, like, my arm would, like, naturally trail down his. So that's what was happening with me and Liam as I was pulling away. And our arms were trailing down each other until our hands met. And I was, like, still looking back at him because, like, I was walking away and, like, looking back because I did not want to leave. And I was just like, And when our hands got to each other, he, like, held my hand for a minute and smiled at me and then let me go so he could greet the next person. And I was like...
Then a security was like, thanks, guys, bye. And I was like, okay, bye, love you.
And I was fine. And then we walked, like, out the corner of the Sprite Lounge. And as soon as we got out of those double doors, I broke down into sobs. The video of me outside of the building sobbing is in this one. It's a vlog. Literally, I was crying in the elevator with, like, 10 other girls.
I called my mother. I was screaming. She was like, Brian, shut up. You can't talk like that. Because I was saying some profanities.
Yeah.
She was like, no, stop. I was like, no. Like, I started screaming at her.
And it was just literally, like, I mean, that's the whole story. But honestly, I just have to say it was the, like, best day of my life so far. That's the story of May 9th, the worst day of my life, and meeting Liam.
Meeting Liam James Payne.
All right. Bye.
Bye.